The over-under for today is 23 mandarins. Here's everything I ate today. On my way to the gym, I had a protein bar and a mandarin. And then before I headed in, I ripped a mandarin just to get locked in. Honestly, my strength training has been lacking the last couple months, but I'm gonna get more consistent again. I had to rip another mandarin to get locked in for the chest press machine. I wanted to make sure I can still bench 2 plates, but I've definitely lost some strength. I feel like I just ran out of time to prioritize lifting after pivoting from the 70.3 to the full Ironman, but I don't want to give myself excuses going forward. Then I ripped a cheeky mandarin to get locked in for some cable flies. When I look back at my progress pics from right before my first 70.3 back in May, I can tell I've lost some muscle mass, so my goal is to get back to that point and then maintain it as I build into my next Ironman training block. I ended the lift with a burnout set on the TRX cables, yapped with my friends for a bit, and then headed back home for breakfast, which was the classic 4 eggs and cheese with a bagel, and I topped it off with 4 mandarins. Sometimes I get bored eating the same thing every day, but it always sets up my day well to have a high protein breakfast with a lot of carbs. And my commute to the office is an hour, so I got hungry and had to rip a quick mandarin. Once I got to the office, I wasn't feeling as dialed as I wanted to be, so I ripped a mandarin and a protein 2.0. And that brought me to lunch, which was my meal prep ground pork and peppers, a Greek yogurt, a protein bar, and 16 mandarins. I'm kidding, that was purely for the intro clip. I actually only had 3 mandarins for lunch, and then contemplated what my life has turned into, and then got back to work and ate another mandarin. Then I wrapped up the workday and ripped another cheeky mandarin to get locked in for the drive home. Then it was time to take out my tri-bike for the first time in a fat minute. I put 2 mandarins in my nutrition pouch, ate 1 just to get locked in for the ride, and then had those other 2 during the ride. I was able to knock out 20 miles before I ran out of sunlight. I'm not excited to put my bike back on the trainer this winter, but unfortunately, it's gonna happen soon. For dinner, I went to this up-and-coming Mexican spot and picked up food for me and my buddy. I got chips and guac, a mandarin, and a chicken bowl. We're working on the documentary for my full Ironman last month, and it's by far the biggest project I've ever done. So we had to rip a mandarin just to get locked in. It's kind of overwhelming because there's just so much work, and it's hard to find editing time right now because I've been so busy, and a lot of people have been asking for a timeline, and I still don't have one, but just know we're grinding. I ripped 1 more mandarin while I was there, and once I got back home, I wanted to finish my edit for my Chicago Marathon long-form video, so I ripped not 1, not 2, but 3 mandarins while I was working on it, and the video's live now on YouTube. And that brings us to a grand total of 24 mandarins on the day.